And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The Seven from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The Seven is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The Seven podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Let's find out what's up with Nick Pagliochini. Nick, take it away.
Can we talk about the Later with Mo Kelly graphics that are so incredible? And now there's even a new one.
This new one for
if
you,
you're
Nick.
not following,
you got to be on the show.
YouTube.
So cool.
This is so sick. Daniel, thank you very much, sir. If you're not tuned into Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, you definitely need to do that because you will get a whole lot more. And the thing that I want to take a dive into, obviously you can tell by my rainbow shirt if you are following us on social media, and you can also see me in person right now. It's Pride Month, and that's how we roll. And being a member of the Alphabet Mafia, I'm very much deep in it. And what I want to talk about is what I didn't get to talk about last week because we had a lot of heck going on here in the Southland, and it's still going down. But I got to sit down and talk to Bruce Valanche, which was actually really, really incredible. And you and I, Mo, just got to talk about it briefly off air. One of the things we talked about specifically. So the tie-in here is the 1978 Christmas special from Star Wars.
Holiday special.
Holiday special. Because it was Light Day, right? Is that what it is? Is it celebrating Light Day?
Yeah, Light Day.
Come on, don't give me something like that.
No, I'm saying I can't remember.
I was like, I'm not that person with the Star Wars knowledge, but and so I got to talk to Bruce Valanche. The reason I sat down to talk to him is something I want to share with you guys, is another opportunity, and I talked about it when they did a country concert, and now they are doing Dancing Queen. So this is GMCLA, Gay Men's Chorus of Los Angeles. Already talked about them here. An incredible group of individuals is what I'm going to say, because not just gay men or queer men. It is, if you are talented and you want to be a part, right, if you can sing and you want to be a part of the community, this is the group for you. And Bruce Valanche also is going to be receiving a special voice award recognition from them, but also he'll be performing because he was Edna Turnblad in the national tour of Hairspray. So he's kind of a triple threat. I mean, he will swear to you he cannot move, and, you know, he may be, you know, have a couple of other things up his sleeve, but he is really, really incredibly talented. But going back to the special, the holiday special from 78, that was probably one of the more interesting conversations.
It was an interesting conversation for me when I met him because it was a retrospective and discussion about his writing it and the process. Okay. And no one thought it was good.
Including nobody, him. Including him, very specifically him. And the thing that's wild to me, if you are not familiar with Bruce Valanche, I guarantee you have seen him. He has very distinct glasses that he wears. He has a very distinct...
Daniel will find a picture.
Yeah, I'm like, Daniel can probably throw it up, but he has like a page boy haircut to this day. And you'll actually be able to see my interview with him here shortly this week. There's Bruce Valanche. If you're following us, Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, you can see him. Very distinct. He is very much known for his t-shirts, which are always snarky, political, something fun. His glasses are always a very popular thing. But he's just one of those people that is genuinely talented and just really funny. Period.
He wrote the Oscars show for, I don't know, like a decade or so.
Years.
14 years. There you go.
So he's been a part of 23 telecasts, but he was the head writer for 14 of the 23 telecasts.
And
wild.
And one of the funniest people you will ever meet.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. He's just naturally funny. In fact, I don't want to steal a story that a friend of mine shared with me who is the daughter of a very, very famous actress and comedian and a singer. She actually got her period the day that Bruce Vilanch and a bunch of other comedians were hanging out at their house. So even just that, and he was so cool. And she when I told her that I was going to be talking to him, she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have to ask him about me getting my period." I'm like, that's really good.
That's a very
distinct
oddly specific,
thing.
Yes.
Very specific, and it worked out beautifully, and it was a very good memory that he had of it as well. So anyway, Gay Men's Chorus Los Angeles is a huge opportunity. They have the AMP program, which is their outreach program that they specifically bring music programs to schools around the Southland and beyond. They also will be having their gala. So this weekend, Saturday, at 7:00 is the concert and 8:30 is the gala if you would like to attend. And they also have a matinee at 3:30 on Sunday. I will be in some way, shape, or form a part of all of those things. And again, you'll be able to see in conversation with Nick on YouTube here soon. And as soon as I get it up, I will pass along the details to Mo and the crew, and they can pass along the details where you can actually see me talking to Bruce.
Do you know if the Gay Men's Chorus of Los Angeles, whether they still perform down Christmas Eve?
Yes.
At the
they still do the Mission or whatever, not the Midnight Mission, but they do a different organization in downtown for Christmas.
Yes, it's on like KCET. I can't remember it. It's down at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion.
Correct. And so what's funny, this is at the Saban Theater in Beverly Hills, but yes, they do still do that holiday show at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. In fact, which is interesting. I found out in the most recent time talking to a lot of the members, including Doc EJ, who is the music director and the conductor. Their season starts with their holiday show, which is very interesting. A lot of times you'll start something else and you'll end with a holiday show. They actually end with their spring show and their gala, which is coming up. But the thing that we've talked about here before with them specifically, they want talent. It doesn't matter how you identify. And I think that's the biggest thing that I'm trying to hit home here is that it doesn't matter. This is a month about being prideful about ourselves and where we're coming from. And the thing, like I was talking about with Stefan off the air, is I'm a part of the queer community, the alphabet mafia, if you will, who happens to have fingers in every single other minority group. Now, granted, I understand I'm a white man. That's what you see when I walk in the door. Sure? Something like that.
Okay.
But
if you say so,
when you see that, I already understand the privilege that comes with that. But then you start to pull back some of the layers and you get a better idea on it. I still get the white man, benefits, but then now I'm a member of the queer community, which is another exciting thing I just posted on social media for This Weekend with Nick and Nick Pagliochini. We're coming up on the 10th anniversary of the federal recognition of gay marriage. And that happened on June 26th, which was a Friday of the year that I got married. So I'm also coming up on my 10th wedding anniversary, which is July 4th.
And you're going to celebrate it where?
Chateau Les Mots. I hear they have this incredible whole shindig that goes down with the best firework display. And I guarantee, I have a very good feeling that you'll be sure or want to make sure that you tune in to Later with Mo Kelly.
We're gonna have we're gonna have a lot of video content.
I think it's gonna be video content, special guests. I mean, Brian and I will both be there. Hopefully, we'll have a few more talent from here at KFI and a lot of local celebrities. Just like last year, we had one of the chefs who was there's a dessert competition.
Yep.
And Mo and I were just talking about it off air, and it is like the thing of legends. And so it's Mo's sister has won a couple of years. A friend named Big Mike, he also has won a couple of years.
Mike Downs.
Mike Downs is coming back this year to hopefully reclaim his title. But I'm sorry, your sister.
My sister won last year. I think it was like an angel cake, but it had an American flag as you cut into it. I don't know how she did it.
These are the things that TikTok dreams are made of. Social media dreams are made of exactly the reveal. And I'll see if I can find it. And if I can, I'll post it and retag it or pull it back. But I know I carried it live last year. From the event, I was absolutely floored. It was an amazing time. So anyway, that's one of the things that's going on this week. Is you can check out GMCLA at the Saban Theater again Saturday at 7:00 and 3:30 on Sunday. If you want to attend the gala, you can always do that at 8:00 or 8:30 rather on Saturday. Yes,
I'm going to put you on the spot and
sure.
I'm going to give you a question to ponder during the break.
Okay, I'm here for it.
You have been to more than a few Dodger games.
I have indeed.
I know.
Including Pride Night, which just came to pass on Friday the 13th. Yes.
That's right. Okay. And I'm going there. You know that we've been having discussions about whether the Dodgers organization has any responsibility, given they have a Pride Night,
right,
given they have a Mexican Heritage Night. They acknowledge these communities.
Yes.
But against the backdrop of what's happening in LA right now with the ICE raids, they've said nothing.
Oh, I've got thoughts. Don't you worry.
All right. On the other side. It's Later with Mo Kelly. Nick Pagliochini joins us in studio. We're finding out what's up with Nick. KFI AM 640. We're live on YouTube and the iHeart.
And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from the Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Radio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Nick Pagliochini. What's up with Nick is on to tell us all what he do. Nick Pagliochini. What's up with Nick is on with free 99 for you. Nick Pagliochini. What's up with Nick is on to give us fun things to do around SoCal. What's up with Nick is on with Mo Kelly and his crew.
KFI AM 640. We're live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. Let's go back to Nick Pagliochini. What else is up? I gave you some homework to do.
Yeah, do you want to start there?
Let's start there.
Let's start there, and then I'll fill you in with the free 99 and the last call and all that good stuff.
I asked you before the break your thoughts about the Dodgers' handling of this moment.
Yeah.
You are a Dodger fan. I'm a Dodger fan. We've been to more than a few Dodger games.
Yeah, we've been to a couple together. So
correct.
That's what specifically. And the thing that, not to pull back the curtain of what we do off air here, but I won a Golden Mike and a regional and national Edward R. Murrow Award, specifically dealing with the last time something like this happened in 2023 with the Dodgers not doing something correctly and really alienating a very large portion of the community involving, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, which were featured on our special that we had. And also, Beyoncé Knowles, who is a very well-known drag queen and a member of the Hispanic community, who was there on the day of, Pride in that year. And it was the sisters who are huge. Some people may view them negatively, but they are a huge volunteer organization that does a lot, raising money and funds and everything for people, period. Not just for the queer community or for the alphabet mafia, LGBTQIA+, however you want to look at it. They just do a lot for the communities they're a part of, and they're a huge part of Southern California. And so for me, it's really hard because I also have a huge background with Disney. And you can check out This Weekend with Nick or Nick Pagliochini on Instagram. You have pictures of my husband Brian and I that were there last night. We'll be back at Disneyland, and we're going to be talking about that here briefly. But Disneyland After Dark Pride Nights were happening last night and tomorrow night. And another big, major company who, again, is doing certain things and kind of putting their money where their mouth is, but also not. And I think that's what's even harder, because for us here in Southern California, especially those that were born and raised, Dodgers are a lifestyle. It's not just a sports team.
Yes.
And I think that it's the same thing if you want to look at the Raiders for football. Raiders are a lifestyle. That is something that people, they gravitate toward. And so I think that's the hardest part is Dodgers can put a, Hispanic Heritage Night out, El Salvadorian Heritage Night out, Filipino Heritage Night.
They do.
Every single one. And the reason that you have these is because you want to get butts in the seats at the stadium, especially when you have home games. And you have a lot of home games within baseball. But also, you want to find a way to reach out to the communities, the large communities who support you. Granted, it's a money grab, and that's why I was referencing the Rainbow Pride or Rainbow or Lavender money grab that happens every June. But that's it. It's so frustrating to not have those opportunities to really be able to feel comfortable with somebody that you support, not just with your hard-earned cash, but also with, how you dress, what you're doing. And because you have to remember, Dodgers, Disney, they get really good licensing deals. So they're getting a lot of money on the back end. But I don't know about you, but I like a lot of stuff from Etsy. I like to make my own things.
Right.
So again, I'm going to that lifestyle of the Dodgers. And I think there is such an incredible group of people within the organization that really do back these communities that are there. And then there's a lot of people who just really get to sit on their beautiful home in the Hollywood Hills and not have to think about it. So I think that's the hardest thing for me, is to have an organization that we put so much time, energy, and effort in, as well as a lot of money, and then not to see it back. And I think that's, again, be it back in 2023 when the Dodgers removed some of the queer community from being able to receive an award. And then also now we have so much going on here, to the point, and I say this without joking, when I went to Pride Night on Friday the 13th at Dodger Stadium, I was honestly looking everywhere for ICE to show up, because it would be the perfect opportunity.
We had talked about that.
Sitting ducks. Yep. Absolutely sitting ducks. And I thought, if there was any way for this to go south, we've already seen it go south. So I literally, and I think that's something that, Mo, you and I have talked about being our backgrounds, but when you walk into a place, you always know where the exits are.
Right.
And this was genuinely one of those times where I was thankful that I knew where every exit was at Dodger Stadium. Even though nothing happened, nothing transpired, it was still that amount of tension and anxiety and stress. When I want to go and hang out with friends and family and enjoy Dodgers and America's pastime of baseball, but having to go in there and think, wow, this is literally just sitting ducks in Dodger Stadium, in Chavez Ravine. There's, a few ways in and out, but they could easily just do a roundup, without a question there.
You're my friend, and we have these conversations on and off the air. Sure. And maybe I'm out over my skis, as they say.
Okay.
And have I, in your estimation, overvalued or exaggerated the responsibility of the organization to have something to say in this moment?
No, absolutely. This is the moment that you need to speak up. You need to, as always said, put your money where your mouth is. But the thing, and for this specific one, the Hispanic community, specifically with the Dodgers, it is a lifestyle. Again, it's, as silly as it sounds, I haven't been following the Raiders because I'm a Charger fan, but I would hope that the Raiders, I know, trust me. Well, that's why.
Not that I'd be a Raider fan.
I park at your house, so
right.
I'm okay with it. But that's my whole thing is, if you're not leaning into the community that is supporting you by making your brand their lifestyle, that's huge. And if you're not saying something, I know it's hard to say what's right.
See, but you don't have to say what's right.
No, right. But it's that
acknowledge it.
Correct. And I think that's the biggest thing. Having your lips sealed is not a benefit, in my observation or experience. And being able to be out there, that doesn't mean, but this is also that weird world that we're in right now, because everybody talks about the right side of history. And it's like, all right, y'all 2 strikes down right now. We're almost third strike, you're out. But how does that play out?
I was thinking just in terms of self-preservation as a brand.
Sure.
It's one of those, even if you do it just out of selfish motivation where we don't want to lose our fans, which most corporate entities do. If they said something to the effect of, we understand what is going on in our city and our heart breaks for all the families and people who are going through this very painful moment. You're not even taking any side. You're at least acknowledging that people are hurting.
Correct.
Which is the the least that an organization could do. If they would just do that, and I know people would say, well, that's not enough. You need to do more. I would rather they do something and acknowledge it than do nothing and act like we're idiots for not noticing them doing nothing.
And I think that's exactly the best way to, you phrased it beautifully. I mean, granted, we've been for several decades now, you and I have been talking on the air, but you literally set up their press release. You eloquently stated what needed to be stated without taking a side, without having that. And I think that's really where we've been experiencing things, not just related to this with the Dodgers, but just in general over the last several years of not being supported in any way, shape, or form, and acknowledgements not being made. Just like you said, that's the biggest thing for me anyway, is just being able to say there, just like you said, people in our community are hurting.
Yes. We hear you. We feel you. We're with you.
Exactly. And there's been nothing like that whatsoever. Not from the Dodgers. And even when they recanted back in 2023, it wasn't a genuineness to it. There wasn't authenticity to it. There wasn't that wonderful, oh my gosh, they're actually listening. They're actually paying attention. It was just, we stepped in it and now we got to backpedal. So.
And then people start counting how many times you step in it after a certain point.
And this is a lot of Dodger do right now. Yeah.
Hey, Nick, you want to hang around for a moment?
I would love to.
Because Mark was stepping on your segment at the top of the hour.
Oh, should I just go through news?
It was very, very disrespectful, but he doesn't care about anyone except himself.
Yeah, I can't apologize enough for that, believe me.
The tone and the laugh. Thank you,
so
Mark.
Dismissive. So insincere.
I'm
100%
so kind to you and speak so warmly about you on YouTube. And, we may have to rethink that.
Did you bring food tonight?
Did I bring food today? What are you, hungry?
That's all he cares about.
I brought chitlins. That's all you're going to get from me, Ronner.
Unacceptable.
No one asked for your opinion. If you want to be fed, you're going to be fed with what I bring you.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that
By
either.
the way, random sidebar, completely unrelated, but we're going to squirrel it here. Did you know that Sour Patch Kids now have a dill pickle flavored Sour Patch Kid?
What?
And it was not an April Fool's joke. You may be seeing that here on Later with Mo Kelly sooner than later.
Yeah, and Mark will be eating
he'll be eating it.
Oh, no. That's assault. That's abuse. I won't come near it.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. Don't go anywhere, Mark Ronner. Don't you go anywhere, Mark Ronner. Sit with Nick
here. Come sit here.
We're going to have a dual experience. No. We're not doing the news. You got time. Let's open up the second and third box, Daniel, so we can get Mark Ronner in a non-news environment.
This is very funny.
Why? What are we doing?
What people don't know is Mark Ronner came in here during the break demanding to find out why and where there was not food in the studio. Because usually Nick, when he comes to the studio, he brings food with him. And I guess Mark Ronner was distraught.
Being presumptuous.
Offended? Yeah, very presumptuous.
My question is, can you put Nick on probation or something?
For not bringing food?
For not bringing food.
Yeah.
No, because he doesn't work here.
I was going to say, I don't work here, and I haven't worked here in 6 months, if we don't forget. December 2nd, 2024.
You're not still on the payroll here?
No. And many, many people think that, and I think it's funny, and it's probably something worthwhile addressing. I come to be a part of Later with Mo Kelly here on KFI AM 640, specifically because I enjoy being a part of this family since the Mo Kelly show back in the weekend times all the way to the inaugural season of 2023. Oh, funny. Dodgers inaugural season. Look at us.
Yes, it is.
That tie-in. Anyway, but that's what I will always be here because this is an organization within the organization that is 100% worth my time to, for free, come up here and share with you, whether it is now on YouTube by Mr. Mo Kelly or by KFI, of the incredible things that you can do in and around the Southland in your own backyard, but also to have these really engaging conversations because this is the show where there's a lot of banter and there's a lot of people, there's a lot of different features that are coming through here Monday through Friday who have different opinions, who really do understand what is going on throughout the Southland. So that, Mark Ronner, is why I'm here.
That was quite a filibuster there.
Hey, you know what? I have friends on the Senate floor, and I will 100%.
All right, Cory Booker.
Out there. Right, exactly.
That was nice.
I try. So, but anyway, yes. So,
Mark, why are you on your knees?
Because he's begging forgiveness, obviously.
I was getting right next to Nick, so that it would be a nice, clean 2-shot.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I love how uncomfortable you can tell he is.
I know. Now become officially morning radio. Like
it is.
School.
It is. But that's the best part about live radio. It just goes where it goes.
It does.
Usually Nick is here from 9 o'clock to 9:30. He's hanging around. Mark is usually in the news booth. Now he's in the main studio, just messing around.
Yeah,
that's the best part.
Important things to do in there immediately.
Okay,
so,
well,
you gonna leave?
Back to you.
Thank you.
Bye, Mark.
We'll miss
See,
you.
that's what you miss if you're not watching the YouTube stream.
You've got to tune in.
Special appearance of Mark.
Now I feel like Tim Conway making all the
Please don't break the microphone. We've broken all the microphones.
Tim, I love
here.
you, but I'm just saying, like,
these mic arms break very easily.
Very easily.
Thank you.
I broke one right as the show started.
I love that he hasn't left. This is very exciting. I love that the camera's also trained on him because everybody loves him.
I don't get out much, and
we know.
Mark Runner,
we can see that with how white you are right now, buddy.
I don't get around people very much, so I must cherish these moments.
I love the fact that Reb just said, is Mark super short or Nick super tall? Both. It's and, not or.
I've always looked up to you, Nick.
Thank you.
I wish you could see the YouTube feed right now.
Not watching,
it is hilarious.
This is the best thing ever. This is what the next Golden Mike should look like.
You're a physical giant, and you really make me feel short.
Yeah, I know. Look at how demure he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. I love that someone in the other room.
Did you just pat him on the head?
No, I on the shoulder. I was like, well, while you're
don't Peter Dinklage him like that.
No, I know. Okay, that's good. Oh, wow, I got O's coming out. Thank you for the very demure. Whoever gave me the drop.
That's me.
Thank you. Good man.
Very demure.
Thank you.
You have to see the YouTube feed right now.
Talk about this.
What are you doing, Mark?
Pride Night event.
Mark's head is barely above the table.
You can see his beautiful hairline, though. It looks fantastic. You have a nice hairline. Shut up. Just say thank you. Don't
Mark,
chime in.
Mark, get back to the news booth because you have a news break coming up soon.
Well, no, I don't want to leave.
Okay. You want to do the news from here?
Can you pull it up on this laptop?
No.
Okay. We have so much tech in the studio since we've gone.
The camera's trained on Mark right now. It is so hilarious.
It's following him around.
It's following him around.
Please,
he's trying to hide
check
from
out
it.
YouTube right now. It is high comedy.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'll get you some pads.
The camera is up to you. Okay. It's waiting for you. No. It's waiting for you to leave. It's following you.
Way. It's following you.
You're not
It's
Batman. It's not like they're going to think you're going to your
it's going to look at your ass as you leave.
Well, in that case, you're
Ba-na-na-na-na.
All right, here it is. Here's the ass shot.
Wow.
There it is. Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, bye. Okay, listen, can I pick up the camera now?
Yes, you can. There you go. See, that's why you want to like and subscribe. Later with Mo Kelly on YouTube. You're not going to best appreciate that on radio. But here's the best part. The live show will be saved and in archives.
Yes.
So you can catch it later on tonight. It'll be there for you, and you can see all of Mark Runner's ass. All of it.
Yeah, Kimberly.
All of it.
Oh, Kimberly.
All of it. It's just all up in the screen.
Kimberly, you got a widescreen television.
I'm going to say, I was a little disappointed, Mark.
How could you possibly
You have such a tiny, cute little high and tight ass. Like, I don't know.
Really don't know how to respond to that.
Thank you. You need to learn to say thank you and move on.
Now you're uncomfortable?
Thank you.
Yes. There we go. All right. Cut his camera now.
You ready for the... You ready to go to break?
Yeah, if Nick's done talking about my caboose, yeah, we could do the news.
All right. It's later with Mo Kelly. We'll have our final thought, and it has to do with Amazon and AI when we come back. KFI AM 640, we're live on YouTube.
You know what's great about your investment account with the big guys? It's actually a time machine. Log in and zoom. Welcome back to 1999. It's time for an upgrade. At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind at Public.com. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
You don't know me yet, but I bet we have something in common. We all wish we were better functioning humans. Maybe figure out how to sleep better, have more meaningful relationships, cook more. That's Search for Practical Knowledge. It's my job at the Washington Post. I host a podcast called Try This. Every episode is like an audio class, and we learn together. I'm Christina Quinn. Now you know me. Check out Try This wherever you're listening.
And the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. And I'm sorry, if you missed what happened last segment, just wait. You can't listen to the podcast. You have to see the YouTube show. It will be made available for you at the end of the show. You can watch it and you can see all of Mark's ass or something like that.
We're deleting it.
It is just hilarious. I can't describe it to you. You just have to watch the interplay between Mark and Nick. And coming up in just a few moments will be Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie, who joins me right now with the preview. Good evening, sir.
Mr. Kelly, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Had a great day. How about yourself?
All good. We got a great show tonight. We're going to talk with the folks from criticalhealthnews.com about keeping people alive for a long time. And then later on in the show, the Salem witch trials. How many and what happened?
Sounds very interesting. I guess I'm going to have to listen as always.
Or I'll put a hex on you.
You probably would do that.
I would not do that to you.
Thank you. I got enough. Now, my wife would. She put a hex on me. She would.
Mark would.
Yeah, Mark definitely. Yeah. He hates me.
Whatever you do, don't watch the footage of the show, George.
You've got a voodoo doll of Mo in your back pocket. I saw it.
It's headless now.
I don't want to be anywhere near his ass. Bye, George.
Let him go, for God's sakes.
Poor George.
All right. This final thought is all about Mark Ronner. I admit that. Amazon chief executive Andy Jassy told employees in a memo earlier today that he expects artificial intelligence to thin their ranks, reducing headcount. If you didn't know, Amazon is the country's second largest employer. I don't know if you caught that, but Jassy just virtually told everyone at the company that they were expendable and many jobs will be gone forever due to AI. And that Amazon is actively planning to incorporate it at all levels of their business. Here's from the memo. This is Jassy, the chief CEO, talking. Quote, in the next few years, we expect that this will reduce our total corporate workforce as we get efficiency gains from using AI extensively across the company. Close quote. So when I say that AI is going to recalibrate our economy and take away some jobs forever, Mark, you didn't want to believe me. This is, in fact, inevitable, even though you don't like hearing that, Mark. This isn't a marketing strategy. It is a business holy grail for them. What was the saying? You can have two of the three. You can get faster, get better. You can get cheaper, but only two of the three. Well, AI potentially means you can have all three while permanently eliminating complete employee classifications. No more paying employees, no more payroll taxes, no more benefits, no more paying out vacation time. Hell, no more loss of productivity to vacations, no more overtime or weekends off, no more 401k matching funds, no more disability leave, no more costly Christmas parties, no more uncomfortable conversations about raises, no more strikes. There is literally no downside for a company to integrate AI. And presumably it gets better and better at any job it is given because it learns with more data input. But don't lose the plot. Andy Jassy is just saying the quiet part out loud. Your company is doing the same thing right now. Maybe it just hasn't announced it yet. Any service industry is looking to decrease employee-related expenses, their largest expenditure, their largest variable cost. You thought Amazon didn't pay its employees enough before? Wait until Amazon gets a hold of HAL 9000 or Mother from the Nostromo. That's an alien reference. You probably thought it was all fun and games when IBM's Watson was winning on Jeopardy! What you failed to see was that AI wasn't just about winning digital chess games or answering trivia. It has always been about rendering a workforce obsolete. That's it. Now, Mark probably disagrees with this when I say that there are benefits. I can't help but wonder what AI will do in the field of medical research and curing diseases. We're seeing in real time what it is doing for transportation in the form of autonomous vehicles. But even that means the end of cab drivers, truck drivers, rideshare drivers, delivery drivers as we know them. Yes, Amazon will eventually replace their delivery drivers. You bet your ass they will. Those plans are already in place. They just haven't been shared publicly. because AI is the answer to every sordid capitalistic dream connected to corporate greed. That is where Mark is right. He can't have it both ways. You can't assail capitalism because of its greed and not know that AI is the answer to all of their problems. Whereas economies have always evolved with the introduction of technology. For example, there are no more long distance operators, no more elevator operators, no more traffic light operators. People found other jobs to do in other industries, but that was then. This is about eliminating the labor force today as we know it. The moment that AI and robotics get on the same page, there will not be enough jobs for this country. They just don't want to tell you that uncomfortable truth, because the truth would panic markets and destroy any semblance of economic stability. How do you tell the American labor force, which numbers around 170 million people right now in 2025, that a high percentage of all their jobs will not exist in 30 years, probably fewer? Now, if you're my age or Mark's age, that doesn't really impact us. We'll be out of the labor force in 30 years. One way or the other, we will be out. But your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, they're in school right now, it will be life-defining. Amazon just told you what is on the horizon. No, wait, check that. Amazon just told you what is already here. And your jobs will not be long for this world. Because AI isn't about creating new jobs. It's creating new ways to eradicate your jobs altogether. That's the uncomfortable truth. Mark says it's inevitable, but it doesn't mean we have to just roll over and accept it and just lay back and enjoy it, or something like that, some crude sexual reference. But I get his point. We should put up a fight, absolutely. But there's some fights you can't win, and this would be one of them. Now, is there a way that we can better integrate it so we don't all lose our jobs at the same time? Maybe, possibly, but AI in and of itself may not be real. But believe me, its impact is very much so real. And that's not going to change anytime soon. And it doesn't matter if I want to fight it, if Nick wants to fight it, Mark wants to fight it, Tawala, name anyone. The job that we have right now, whatever it is, there's a good chance it's not going to be here in 30 years. A radio show host, talk show, talk radio, AI will make sure it will not exist in 30 years, probably fewer. And I hate to break it to you, Mark, news anchors won't be here either.
I am the John Connor of news anchors, and I will fight it to the end.
For KFI AM 640, I'm Mo Kelly.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
And here we have a specimen from the early 2000s, a legacy investing platform. Please don't touch the exhibit, folks. It could crash.
Ready to step out of the financial history museum? At Public.com, you can invest in almost everything. Stocks, bonds, options, and more. You could even put your cash to work at an industry-leading 4.1% APY. Leave your clunky, outdated platform behind. Go to Public.com and fund your account in 5 minutes or less. Paid for by Public Investing Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Full disclosures at Public.com/disclosures.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.